In modern cloud computing, an engineer clicking a button to spin up a server is executing a financial transaction. Engineering decisions are instantaneous buying decisions. Consider the legacy era of IT. A chief technology officer would spend months planning, budgeting, and procuring physical hardware before a single line of code was ever deployed. By democratizing infrastructure and placing unlimited scalability directly into the hands of developers, organizations sacrificed financial control for speed. The data reflects this trade-off. Half of all enterprises acknowledge they are actively overspending on their cloud infrastructure. Ironically, this financial mismanagement frequently forces leadership to slow or completely halt further cloud adoption. The industry's initial reaction to this mounting waste was a methodology we now call Cloud Cost Optimization 1.0, or CCO 1.0. CCO 1.0 is a strictly reactive state. Organizations wait for the bill to arrive, realize it is too high, and then temporarily repurpose their highly paid engineers into junior accountants to hunt down infrastructure waste. The elasticity of the public cloud broke the static model of IT financial management. Trying to apply old budgeting rules to infinite scalability created a recurring crisis of scale. Relying on manual intervention to manage cloud spend traps organizations in a predictable operational loop. This graph illustrates the cycle. It begins when a company adopts cloud technology. Unburdened by hardware procurement delays, the engineering team's innovation velocity skyrockets, tracking up this initial curve. Because infrastructure scales instantly, costs scale uncapped right alongside that innovation. Eventually, the monthly invoice hits an unacceptable threshold, triggering widespread bill panic across the executive suite. Leadership intervenes. Feature development is forcibly halted. Engineers are pulled off product roadmaps to manually track resources, tag instances, and cut infrastructure costs until the budget stabilizes. Once the costs are temporarily managed, the sprint for feature velocity resumes. Without systemic changes, the exact same loop restarts. Human beings using spreadsheets cannot accurately forecast the requirements of highly elastic, ever-changing cloud environments. CCO 1.0 methodologies promise accurate forecasting. In reality, they deliver an endless, manual checklist of optimization tasks that drain engineering resources. Manual cost optimization does not improve cloud architecture. It merely weaponizes budget anxiety to temporarily suppress engineering speed. This timeline represents the standard software development lifecycle, or SDLC. It moves through three distinct phases: design, build, and operate. Traditional financial management only examines costs during the final phase. The budget is checked only after the product is fully deployed and operating. Attempting to remediate architecture for cost savings after deployment is dangerous. Re-architecting live systems introduces severe risks of service interruption and downtime. The modern approach, CCO 2.0, requires a structural reversal. Organizations must move financial responsibility earlier in the timeline, evaluating infrastructure costs before code is written. This methodology is known within the FinOps community as making cost-aware product decisions. FinOps is the cultural practice of aligning engineering, finance, and business teams for data-driven spending. Cost must be treated as a non-functional requirement. Just like security or scalability, the financial parameters of a workload must be evaluated before architecture even begins. Every product development cycle must balance the iron triangle, the competing constraints of low cost, high quality, and fast deployment. If a team fails to establish cost boundaries during the initial design phase, they eliminate the exact levers engineers would use to optimize the architecture during the build phase. If cost is not mathematically constrained at a product's inception, it will inevitably become an operational crisis at deployment. Implementing these constraints exposes a core cultural friction in cloud engineering. Developers want democratized access to build quickly, while finance requires centralized control to maintain margins. Resolving this friction requires a specific operational principle: decentralize using less, centralize paying less. This framework splits responsibility. On the right, usage optimization is a decentralized engineering responsibility where developers scale down idle resources. On the left, rate optimization is a centralized financial responsibility, managing complex discount instruments like reserved instances and savings plans. Human operators must be completely removed from the left side of this equation. Manually managing thousands of variable compute hours across cloud providers is mathematically impossible to execute optimally. To achieve maximum savings, organizations use autonomous software and machine learning to constantly adapt their discount commitment coverage to their real-time usage without human intervention. True CCO 2.0 extracts the burden of financial commitment management from developers entirely. This allows engineering teams to focus strictly on architectural efficiency. With rates managed autonomously, leadership can stop treating an increasing top-line cloud bill as an inherent problem. Total cloud cost is a lagging indicator. If a software product successfully doubles its user base overnight, the infrastructure required to support those users should naturally rise. The replacement metric is unit economics. Instead of asking what the total bill is, organizations measure the cost per transaction, the cost per feature, or the cost per customer. This dual-axis chart demonstrates a healthy growth pattern. The rising line tracks total cloud spend, increasing steeply over time as the business scales. The crucial context lies in the second line. Even as total spend climbs, the unit cost remains perfectly flat and stable. Unit metrics provide shared visibility. They align finance, product managers, and software engineers around a single definition of value. By tracking these metrics, product teams can identify if specific application features are underpriced relative to the exact compute resources required to run them. Total cost only tells an organization what it spent. Unit cost reveals exactly what that spend was worth. To measure the actual return on investment of these optimization efforts, organizations require an objective, unforgiving key performance indicator. This is the equation for the effective savings rate, or ESR. The denominator is the on-demand equivalent. This represents the baseline cost an organization would pay if zero optimizations or discount instruments were applied to their infrastructure. The numerator is the actual cloud spend. This is the hard reality of what was actually paid to the cloud provider, factoring in all amortized upfront charges and applied discounts. The industry reality is stark. Organizations trapped in manual CCO 1.0 methodologies average an effective savings rate of less than 20%. They transform their cloud infrastructure from an unpredictable liability back into an accelerating engine of innovation.